Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, guys. You're not going to believe this one. Rumors are swirling in NFL circles about a potential blockbuster trade that could shake up the entire NFC West, and honestly have a serious ripple effect on the 49ers' Super Bowl ambitions. Word is that the Cincinnati Bengals, who are currently in a bit of a rebuild mode after a disappointing start of 4-5, and with Joe Burrow still sidelined following shoulder surgery, might be looking to move one of their key pass rushers, Trey Hendrickson. And get this, they're reportedly open to trading him for a second-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Yeah, a second-rounder. That's a pretty significant move, especially considering Hendrickson's impact on any defensive line. Sources inside the league, including some well-respected insiders like Adam Schefter and Diana Rossini, are buzzing about this potential trade. The Bengals, who are sitting at plus 500 odds to make the playoffs, are clearly looking to free up cap space, around $14 million, so they can invest in younger offensive linemen and rebuild for the future. Their defense has been underwhelming, ranked 21st overall, giving up about 25 points per game. They're clearly prioritizing draft capital and salary cap flexibility. It's reminiscent of the Rams' famous Von Miller trade back in 2021, where a team in a bit of a rebuild makes a strategic move to add a proven pass rusher for a playoff push. But the Bengals, in their current state, seem to be eyeing the future, and Hendrickson might just be the piece they're willing to part with. Meanwhile, the 49ers, sitting comfortably at 6-3 and contenders in the NFC, have been surprisingly quiet as the deadline approaches. Despite rumors linking them to pass rushers, they haven't pulled the trigger yet. There are injury issues at the edge rusher position, with Huff suffering a shoulder injury, likely out for Week 8, and Williams being questionable with an ankle injury, have made it clear that adding a reliable veteran like Hendrickson could be exactly what they need to solidify their front seven. Remember, Hendrickson isn't just any pass rusher. He's a consistent Pro Bowler, a guy who can anchor your defensive line and bring relentless pressure on the quarterback. His ability to get after the passer, combined with his versatility, lining up as a 60% DE and 40% OLB, makes him a perfect fit for San Francisco's hybrid defense. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. When you look at Hendrickson's stats, it's clear that he's a game changer. In the 2025 season, he's already amassed 15 sacks through just 8 games, averaging nearly 2 sacks per game. His pass rush productivity is through the roof, with 6.5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, and 2 forced fumbles. His PFF grade is among the top 5 among edge rushers, sitting comfortably at 95. Hendrickson has been a sack machine throughout his career, with 55 sacks to date, and he consistently pressures quarterbacks, generating around 220 pressures and maintaining a win rate of 22%. His get-off time at just 1/8 seconds makes him a nightmare for offensive linemen. His ability to rush the passer, combined with his versatility, playing both as a defensive end and outside linebacker, means that he can fit seamlessly into San Francisco's aggressive front. His advanced stats paint an even clearer picture of his impact. Hendrickson has a QB hit rate of around 15%, and he's excellent at forcing mismatches, much like the dominant edge rushers of past seasons, such as J.J. Watt during his prime. His run defense is no slouch either, with a run-stop win rate of 79%. His ability to collapse the pocket and force quarterbacks into uncomfortable throws creates turnovers and big plays, which is exactly what the 49ers need to elevate their defense into elite territory. Let's not forget, Hendrickson's absence in 2025 has been minimal, with no reported injuries so far this season and him playing over 90% of snaps. His durability and consistency are assets, especially during a stretch where the 49ers are battling injuries on the edge. Huff's shoulder injury, which is expected to keep him out of Week 8, and Williams' questionable status with an ankle injury make Hendrickson's addition even more appealing. He could step in immediately and provide the stability and production that the Niners need to keep their defense among the best in the league. Now, from Cincinnati's perspective, this move makes sense. They're in a position where they need to prioritize their future, and trading Hendrickson for a second-round pick could be a smart move. They're only $10 million under the cap, and with their defense struggling, allowing 4.3 yards per carry and ranking in the bottom half of the league, they need to retool. The Bengals are projected to finish around 7-10 this season, with odds of plus 5,000 to win the Super Bowl, so they're clearly not in a position to be overly aggressive right now. Moving Hendrickson could open up cap space for next year and give them a shot at building a more competitive roster, especially on the offensive line, where they need youth and talent. For San Francisco, this isn't just about plugging a hole, it's about elevating the entire defense to the next level. Hendrickson's presence would give the 49ers a real threat on third down and in obvious passing situations. His ability to generate pressure and force turnovers would complement the existing pass rush, which has been good but not quite elite. The 49ers are already a top 10 team defensively, allowing just 18 points per game, but adding a player like Hendrickson could push them into that rarefied air of top-tier defenses that can dominate even the best offenses in the league. His presence could unlock more blitz packages and create mismatches up front, especially against teams that rely heavily on their offensive line, like the Eagles or the Seahawks. And let's talk about the bigger picture. The 49ers are in the thick of a playoff push, and a deep run in the postseason hinges on their ability to pressure the quarterback and force turnovers. Hendrickson's track record shows that he can be that difference maker, especially in high-stakes games. His experience in clutch moments, combined with his relentless motor, makes him a perfect fit for San Francisco's championship aspirations. The team's front office is no stranger to making bold moves, especially when it comes to bolstering their defense, and this potential trade could be one of the biggest of the season. Looking ahead, the 49ers are trending upwards, with a strong 6-3 record, and this move could be the final piece needed to secure their spot as NFC favorites. They're already among the top defenses in the league, but adding Hendrickson could elevate their pass rush to elite status, similar to the impact of players like Max Crosby with the Raiders or even the Bosa brothers, who are the heart and soul of the Niners' pass rush. That kind of upgrade could make a critical difference in tight playoff games, especially against high-powered offenses like the Eagles or the Cowboys. Now, of course, there are some risks involved. Cincinnati is betting on their future, and giving up a proven pass rusher like Hendrickson isn't a decision made lightly. The Bengals' defense needs to improve, and losing a player of his caliber could be a setback in the short term. But the NFL is all about adapting, and sometimes a trade like this is exactly what a team in rebuild mode needs. For the 49ers, though, it's about seizing the moment. With a flexible cap situation of around $15 million, San Francisco has the room to make a move, and they're well-positioned to capitalize on this opportunity. If this trade happens, it could completely reshape the NFC West. The 49ers, already dominant on defense, would gain an even more disruptive force. The Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals will have to deal with a more aggressive, relentless pass rush that can change games in an instant. This move could be the difference-maker in the playoff race, pushing the 49ers from a good team to a true Super Bowl contender. And speaking of the big picture, the Super Bowl odds for the 49ers are already climbing, with their chances jumping from +1.0 earlier this season to +400 now. Hendrickson's ability to produce game-changing sacks, especially in the playoffs, could be the X factor that elevates San Francisco to the top. A player with his track record, already tallying 8 sacks in his career postseason, could be the piece that tips the scales in their favor. Imagine him lining up against elite offensive lines, creating chaos and forcing turnovers at crucial moments. That's the kind of impact that can propel a team all the way to the Lombardi Trophy. Now, let's not forget the fans' perspective. This trade would be huge for the 49ers faithful. It's a move that signals the team's intent to win now, to push all in for another Super Bowl run. It's the kind of bold strategy that fans love, going after proven talent and making a statement to the rest of the league. The energy around Levi's Stadium would skyrocket, and the anticipation for the playoffs would reach new heights. Every sack, every pressure on the quarterback would be a reminder that the 49ers are not just contenders, they're serious title contenders. So what's next? Well, we'll have to wait and see if this trade actually materializes. But But if it does, it could be one of those defining moments for the 49ers franchise, an aggressive, calculated move that redefines their identity and sets them up for a deep postseason run. Hendrickson's addition would be a perfect fit for their defensive philosophy: pressure, chaos, and relentless pursuit of the quarterback. It's a move that could push them from good to great, from a solid playoff team to legitimate Super Bowl favorites. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and TO, the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news.